Hello, I am Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz, December 17, 2012. Call it 2:44 p.m. Birmingham, Alabama. Topic, December 21st, 2012. What does that mean? It means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. Not as far as you are concerned. So I wouldn't worry about it. I would put it. I wouldn't even file it. I mean, that's a file 13 to me, and file 13 is when I say file 13, that means shred it and trash it. So I wouldn't worry about that day in any way in the world. Again, December 21, 2012 would be probably a rather boring day. And I say that because I feel like people, if they have time, they may take off work. I mean, because it's on a Friday. And I believe if there's a holiday or something coming to the Congress and Senate, FBI, CIA, and different places like that, Blackwater, Black Op, just many different. Anyway, the people that have put those things together, I think they got a back row seat just in case. But anyway, hey, that's not going to happen. That will be an uneventful day. It will. You're not going to die unless you get hit by a car, and you're not going to be caught in the sky when thousands go up, and you're just going to take your chance and let them catch you and take you up, so you're going to dive off of a bluff. Wow, no one was there to catch you. Oh, it's because they didn't show up in the first place, because they knew there was no ending on December 21, 2012. So live that day. Just live it like every other day. If there was something bad about it, God would have let us know. And everything that's bad about what can happen to you and I, God did let us know. And luckily for you and I, luckily for everyone who's watching this, that God put in His book, His Word, and His Word is more solid than, I don't know, probably about 20,000 mile thick of a ruby or a diamond. Hey, His Word is solid. It doesn't have to be anything. It is solid, and it's good for you and I because we have such a loving God, so much that He gave us His Son, Jesus Christ, and He explains in John chapter 3, verse 16. If you read that and you take your wife's hand and you hold it, you take your child's hand and you hold it, or maybe you have gone by a bookstore, a Christian bookstore, or maybe you have on the internet got on and loaded something, but you can buy it's the real stuff. You can buy anointing oil. It is specifically made in Israel. And it's got to have a certain type, a certain air, certain ground to nourish it, certain amount of water. God provides all that for all these tens of thousands of olive trees. In fact, 4 years ago, I bought 8. Bought one for me, one for my wife that was not living. I bought one for my 2 daughters. Bought one for my grandson. And I'm not really sure if I bought one for my granddaughter or not. If I didn't, I will give her mine. But it would be so easy. And this, again, nothing to do with 2012. Just take anointing oil in its little bottle and just turn it up and have a mere drop on that finger. One drop. And touch every doorway in your house above it and on each side of it. Every doorway in your home. And you say a prayer about it. And some of you may say, wow, God, I didn't know anything in the world about anointing oil. Well, now you do. This is basically what happened when the Pharaoh was forced to leave, or forced to let and allow the Jews to leave. God told them, he said, take a young lamb, spill his blood. Each of you get a part of the meat and a part of the blood. You go in your home. You take that blood and you put a drop on the threshold, the upper part, and the side threshold of each door. And then you go in and you have a feast on that young lamb. Because when you do, tonight is the appointed time for death to come through and take all children, firstborn. And when the Jews did that, the Pharaoh lost his firstborn. So did thousands within that empire. So God will give you many ways to protect yourself or protect your family. And when you go and buy this anointing oil, I'm talking about inexpensive, really, $20, maybe 25, Christian store, bookstore. You don't have to believe it works. Just go through the motions like you know it works. And when that happens, through all these storms, I pray every time we have an outbreak of storms that God will pass over my home in judgment. And he has. And I believe if any one of you got some anointing oil and do the same thing to your home, even your perimeter, and go to God in prayer and tell God that you not only are praying about it, but you're praying that whatever that angel wants from you, the anointing oil will cause him to lose his way and he'll go right by you. Jody Wolf, Expoz.